changes.
One sec.
Sorry. Substitutions changed the game, Fabian. The total context of the game changed, didn't it, with your quartet of substitutes?
Yeah, but I think it's very important to emphasize was a decision we made together. And of course, the subs, they made the difference, but also the players who already stood on the pitch made the difference, because with 4 subs, you don't change a game. You need 11 players who get affected by the subs, who get affected by the energy, their quality, and their belief they brought on the pitch. And that's very important, that it's always a togetherness. And in the end, we were ready to suffer. In the end, we didn't accept it at all. In the end, we had to believe to win this game. And that's why I think in the end it's deserved.
Minte was outstanding, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think not only Minte, I just said in the locker room, I think our 2 centre-backs, they played a brilliant performance. They were very connected. They helped each other to defend the best striker in the world. So overall, after wins, you can always pick out individuals. But for me, it's very important to emphasize we won this game together.
When you made those subs, was it change of tactics or just change of personnel?
Sometimes in football, it's not about tactics. It's about understanding the profiles from the player. It's about understanding what you need. And in this moment, we needed energy, intensity, and the belief to change the game. And the profiles from the player who came in with James, with Yassin, with Kruda and Ruta, they all have like different profiles. For example, Kruda and Ruta, they are very positive guys. They just enjoy to play together. Like Yassin is always a guy who has to believe to win games. James Milner is a guy who brings energy and organization into the group. So I think it's important to understand the profiles from the player and what you need in a moment.
And there was about 83 minutes, there was like an injury break, and I think a lot of maybe the whole team went over to you. Was there a message there that we can try to win this game, not just get a win?
Yeah, that was the message. I think it's important that you spread the belief, but it's also important that the players have to believe on their own. And like I said, there are some players on the pitch, for example, James Milner. He always have to believe, no matter against who you are playing, that you can win the game. And if you have these believers in your group, then you spread the belief to others, and then it's like a virus, positive virus that goes into the other one, into your teammate, and then also to the crowd. I think also the crowd helped us a lot in the end. And then it's like one has the spark, and the spark has to be like a fire, and then you can create something.
And with James, was he like almost a second coach for you on the field?
Yeah, I think that's a good description. He transport my messages, he transport my values in the group, and therefore he proved today he's not only a great leader, also a player who takes responsibility in the right moments. But it's not only about him. The other great leaders, like I said, with Luis on the pitch, who played a great performance, with Jason, who's not playing there at the moment as a starter, who's always there for the team. So I can mention a lot of leaders who are very helpful for me.
As a tactician, as a leader, how satisfying is it for you to get another win over Manchester City and one of the greatest coaches ever in Pep?
Of course, like wins in the Premier League are always special. I always emphasize that Pep is one of the best managers in the world, so it's always a big challenge to face him. You always have like new ideas. You need to adapt. You need to be ready to adapt to some ideas of him. But in the end, it's the belief in our style of play. In the end, it's belief that we can beat everyone if we are on our highest level, if we are showing the highest standards, and that's something what we have to continue doing.
Andy.
Yeah, you're always speaking together in halftime, also during the games, and in some moments, just my body says something to me. I can't explain it. Like maybe you want that I explain it, but it's just sometimes a feeling that comes from inside of me. And then I think it's very important. It's not only in football, generally in life, you need to have like the courage to make decisions, because sometimes it goes well, sometimes you fail, but you always need the conviction in your decisions. You need to have the courage that you go afterwards home and say, all right, I did the decisions I wanted to do. I did the decisions like what we feel it's the right thing to do. So like I said, it's always a team togetherness. It's it's a decision we do together, and we have to stand always behind the decision. That's the main thing for me.
Are you going to keep the change of clothing?
Let's see. Now against Oxford, I wore my normal clothes. Sometimes I wear this, so it's like also how I feel, and maybe I adapt to the weather here sometimes. So it's good that we had the win, and sometimes there are some traditions you shouldn't break. So let's see what happens in the future. But you're taking care, so that's a very positive thing. You are alive. That's also what I demand from the players, to stay alive all the time.
Go on, Ed.
Pardon me, the penalty was the decision for James to take it. Was that made on the field? And also, how much does it say about him that he's not played very much in the last few years? I don't think he's scored for almost 6 years, but he steps up and does it.
The decision was clear, so we have clear roles who will take the penalty. And I think if someone can come back after the injury he had, then you can only mention one person or one player, and that's James Milner. Like, his mentality is something special. Like, his mentality is something only real big achievers in life have, and it's something like the mentality inside of him is like, he always has to believe inside of him that he can achieve things he believes in, and therefore he can be a role model for everyone, not only for football players, also for other people who have to deal with tough things in life. I think you need to talk to James Milner, because he has this mentality, the special thing inside that makes his personality so strong.
Darren?
Just speaking in midweek, you challenged Brian Ruler to deliver on a consistent basis. How big a step is this for him, this period against Oxford and that finish against Manchester City? It's got to be a huge step in his career.
Yeah, I think this can be a signal for him that if he trains hard, if he plays consistent, if he pushes his limit, he can be a game changer for every team in the world. And we saw it, I think, his potential last season. He has special things inside of him. He can do special things. He can change the game in one situation. And now it's important that he proves it like consistently. He proved it against Oxford. He proved it now today. I hope that he has now a good international break with Germany, and then hopefully he comes back in a great shape, and then he will have a big impact for us.
You were relentless in the last half an hour. Is that the standard now? Is that sort of the start of the best second half you've had as a manager?
I think it was impressive the second half regarding energy, regarding the intensity. I think it was not the best football game from us. So regarding the tactical solutions we found against City, but regarding intensity and energy, that's benchmark. Of course, it's not easy to keep this for 90 minutes, but that should be the challenge we should face, and that's what we try to go for.
Just quickly, Mats Wiefer, what's the update on?
Just a small issue. We didn't want to go any risk, so he has now some days to recover, and then he will be back against Bournemouth.
Rich?
How are you feeling going to the Ashes break? Does it come at sort of the wrong time after such a great win today?
I think I had the question last season. I will answer it in the same way. So there are pros and cons. We need to take it like it is. We need to try to make the best out of it. We need to try to come back strong out of the international break, and that's our responsibility.
And final one, just obviously there's like a day or so left of the transfer window. How happy are you with the squad and how it's sort of compare the start to last season?
I always emphasize that I'm very happy with my squad. I think there are still some things ongoing. I don't think that crazy things will happen from our side, but let's see what happens in the next hours, and then we see more.